This one's going to make a lot of folks uncomfortable because it's not the sanitized version of the truth. What you're about to hear is somebody laying out exactly why their perception of black people is so negative. Now, you can agree, you can disagree. But if you click away before hearing the full thing, you will miss the part that explains why conversations like this even happen. So shit, let's roll the clip and then I'll break it down.
It's a shame. I really do believe, look, I think black people are not irredeemable, but there just needs to be brutal honesty. It's like, look, these black people are really struggling and they're turning into these maniacs. It seems like they don't do anything right. They're obnoxious, they're rude, they're inconsiderate, aggressive, cruel. And, you know, look, nobody hates black people for being black. If there are people like that, I think that's exceedingly rare. And I don't consider myself one of them. The reason that people have negative attitudes about black people is because most people's interactions with black people are negative. Most people's interactions with black people is when you're stuck in traffic and you see a Nissan Altima speeding down the shoulder. And you say, what the fuck? You're not supposed to do that. If everybody did that, it would just be another lane and, you know, not everybody can do that. But it's like these people have no respect for decorum. They think the rules don't apply to them. They have no respect for society. Like that's their interaction is they are a waiter and they wait on a black table and the black people don't tip and they're fucking rude. Like that's most people's interactions at stuff like that. They go to the DMV and they see a black person behind the counter and they say, oh, here we go. And the person's rude. Now, it just goes to show people are not racist. It goes to show people don't like people that are rude. That people don't, it's unpleasant. People want to be treated with consideration and respect. And it is true that black people are, in this day and age, unfortunately, seem to have very low moral character. It's not even just the violence, although the violence is pretty striking. If you live your life and you know that you're going to be mugged by black people, it kind of colors your opinion or perception of black people, wouldn't you say? If 99% of the carjackings and stabbings and shootings that you see in Chicago are by black people, when you're walking down the street late at night, guess what you're looking for? Black people. And you equate that with danger. And it doesn't take a lot of them to spoil the whole bunch like that. And we just want black people to take accountability and say, look, I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad person. It just seems that every time I encounter you people, for the most part, it's negative. And sometimes extremely negative, like I could get a gun in my face. You know, that's a problem. And people go, well, you are just loaded up with hatred and racism. It's like, I'm really not. I'm a really friendly person. I'm a really polite, friendly person. I give everybody a chance. But if I'm someplace and I see some black person walking in with their pants sagging and they can't articulate what their problem is or what they need, and they're rude and they're aggressive and I'm in fear for my life, like, yeah, I have a problem with all of that. And people go, and these black people go, well, you're racist, you're racist. It's like, no, I just hate inconsiderate behavior. If black people were super well behaved, we would be racist in the other direction. We'd say, black people, oh yes, dude, yes. My day is about to turn around for the better. What can I help you with, sir? Please come right on in. Man, what a relief to see you here. You're a sight for sore eyes. If black people were known for being the best, then we would be racist in the other direction. Oh, finally. So yeah, that really bothers me. It just bothers me in this damn ass city because that's all it is in Chicago is just these black people who can never take accountability. It's always somebody else's fault.
See, this is the problem right here. What he just described, that ain't all black people. That's niggas. The reckless, rude, no respect for nobody. Rules don't apply to me type. The ones who think volume is power and disrespect is personality. That's a subculture, but it's loud, it's visible, and it becomes the face of all of us. And here's the part most folks don't want to admit. The people who aren't like that, the ones who carry themselves with discipline and respect, will still try to shut down conversations like this. They'll say, don't talk about it in public. You're making us look bad. But you know what happens when you silence people like me? You group all of us together. You strip away the ability to separate man from menace. And the real masculine men, the ones who should be setting the standard, get talked about, ridiculed, and eventually beaten down to silence. There's no authority left to check bad behavior because the only voices allowed to speak are the ones who defend it. And make no mistake, this ain't about race. It's about culture. You can't convince me that tipping your server, following basic traffic laws, or talking to people with respect is acting white. That's acting like a man. The truth is, This chunk of our community has no fear of consequences because real men aren't allowed to set the tone anymore. You try to correct them, they'll call you a sellout, and Uncle Tom a coon. Meanwhile, they keep lowering the standard until chaos becomes the norm. And when the outsiders see that chaos enough times, they stop making distinctions. In their eyes, you're all the same. Doesn't matter if you're a father raising the kids, a husband providing for his family, or a business owner giving back. You're just another face they associate with the worst of us. That's why I talk the way I talk. That's why I refuse to sugarcoat. Because if the masculine men stay quiet, then the only image the world sees of us is sagging pants, aggression, and entitlement. And then we want to get mad at the stereotype instead of killing the behavior that created it in the first place. If you want respect, start by making sure the world sees you as a man of respect, not a man demanding it without earning it. Because when we stop leading, the streets will lead. And the streets don't care about your future, your family, or your reputation.